Godless, Milwaukee, nigga. I tried. So many times you just want me to cry. But I just pray and put my hands in the sky. I wanna live, but you just want me to die. I tried. So many times you just want me to cry. But I just pray and put my hands in the sky. I'ma give you all what's left of me. I'ma give you all what's left. You can look me in my eyes and see I'm fed up. My brother keep on telling me to keep my head up. Money in my pocket, so you know a nigga bread up. I kept falling, but eventually I stand up. Sucking on my dick, that's easy. Fucking with me, bitch, ain't easy. Thought that shit was lemon squeezy. You gotta go through obstacles. I'm broken, bitch, you don't need me. I faced steps since I was born, rose through a concrete cement. When I'm mad, girl, you don't see it. I tried. So many times you just want me to cry. But I just pray and put my hands in the sky. I wanna live, but you just want me to die. I tried. So many times you just want me to cry. But I just pray and put my hands in the sky. I'ma give you all what's left of me. I'ma give you all what's left. It's hard to smile when everybody unhappy, okay? We go through struggles on a day-to-day basis, okay? They try to judge me for my color, that shit ain't okay. Even though I'm out here slinging scutters, still pray for my brothers. And for the ops, when all them die, I still pray for their mothers. This shit is fucked up how we live, but that's just how I'm coming. Free all my niggas in the jam that got caught up and set up. They told me let 400 years go, I told them to shut up. I tried. So many times you just want me to cry. But I just pray and put my hands in the sky. I wanna live, but you just want me to die. I tried. So many times you just want me to cry. But I just pray and put my hands in the sky. I'ma give you all what's left of me. I'ma give you all what's left.
Yo.
What up,
going
dog?
on? We bike. 3G's in the building. What's up, chat?
Yeah, man.
AP, man.
Man, I'm feeling good, man. Shout out to the homie Pac G. Again, he with us in spirit yet again. So don't think he gone. He'll be back when he ready to come back. He got some shit to do.
Right.
But last week, man, you put out there some slanderous statements about me getting being in DR, getting my nose done, you know. And I have y'all to know that nothing is wrong with my fucking nose. It's something wrong with your eyes if you think something wrong with my fucking nose. So no, I wasn't in the DR. You know what I mean? But
you wasn't getting the BNL?
No, I wasn't getting a Brazilian nose lift. But I was in Schaumburg, Illinois. And the interesting thing about that, right? I didn't know. But when I was looking for shit to do, to hang, you know, to go out, Corey had a fucking show. You know what I'm saying? He had the whole weekend, and it was sold out. I couldn't get no tickets. I would have went to go see him. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
So yeah, I thought that was interesting because I didn't plan to be there, you know, and I damn sure didn't expect him to be there. But when I was looking for shit to do, homie was at the fucking Improv, and I was like, damn, I should have went, or I could have went if they had some tickets. But
I mean, I guess that's a good sign that it's sold out, right?
Good sign for Corey for sure. But he do listen, man, that's if he can't sell out Schaumburg, Illinois, which is basically the suburbs of Chicago, then how the fuck is, you know?
Especially when Chicago's his hometown, I would expect that.
Ann said too scared to go to Chicago. There's no need to go to Chicago, nigga.
Right.
Anybody who know from the Midwest, there is really nothing in Chicago like that.
Yeah.
Other than some shows that might come and they have events. But trust me, they're gonna have a lot of their events not in Chicago, homie. They're not gonna be in there. You know, Schaumburg is basically, like I said, it's just the suburbs. You know, the suburbs of Chicago. That's where a lot of the shit be going down at. If y'all seen the hotel I was at, the shit was dope as a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I saw that shit.
I found out some other interesting news, man, since we talking about 5150 real quick. That nigga Marcus is from my grandma and my pop's hometown.
In Arkansas.
And it's a small town.
Yeah.
You know, so there's no way that his family don't know my family or vice versa. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because I thought that was interesting. He from Camden, Arkansas, and it's little, bro. So, well, I spent a lot of time down there.
I guess while we on the subject for a second, I know we got some things lined up as y'all see the title. Real quick, man, how do you feel about the situation going on with Precise, man? It seems like they talking about he got to do rehab or some other shit. I don't know what's going on with bro.
You know what? I think the people, shout out to my nephew, Real Recognize Real. What up, bro? And he know I'm right. I don't think he ever been to Arkansas. Maybe he didn't been down there with us. But dig this, right? The brother Precise would be hard for anybody to be around on a regular basis. Let's just keep it real. We all got guys or people like that where you fuck with them, you don't dislike them, but you got to take them in small doses.
Right.
And when I knew that he was going to not only be on the show, but be traveling with Corey, I knew that shit wasn't going to last. I was like, there ain't no fucking way. Corey can smile with him as much as he want. We all know his whole behavior is, if I need a nigga, this my guy. Yeah, man. You see how he be riding Laylaw ass like, this my homie. Shout out to my boy Laylaw. Like, as soon as he don't need that nigga, he gonna be, man, these hoe ass niggas is this, you know how that nigga be, you know. So I saw that immediately. I was like, I don't think too many people could be around him. I mean, you seen Marcus' annoyance. You seen D was annoyed. You think Corey wasn't fucking annoyed?
Hey,
let's be real.
He love Precise, man. He said he love Precise, so I don't know.
Listen, he probably, just like what I said, that don't mean you dislike a person.
Right.
But you can say, like, you know what? They too much. Small doses with this nigga.
Yeah, I started to see him act or say certain things that you could tell certain things were getting a little too personal. He was calling out certain shit. Once he started getting to niggas paying for pussy, it was over after that.
Y'all niggas ain't shit. Gemini 209 says small doses, unlike how Precise takes his cocaine. All large doses.
All mountains.
That nigga chew some. You know, not every nigga do it, but he wanted these. He wanted to wipe it on his teeth, nigga. He do a good little line. Good. Get that motherfucking mouth numb. That nigga want to taste it, smell it, hear it. That nigga put a little coke in his ears and shit. I want to taste, hear, smell, touch, feel. That nigga use, and you know he a fucking hotep ass nigga. He said, no, it's good for all your senses. It open up your pineal gland. He don't never say penile. He like, open up your pineal gland and
your premier gland. Open up your premier ram, man. You know, your
nigga,
premier.
You put a little coke on your mad moss, nigga. You gonna have a mad night, nigga. You gonna have a glorious mad night.
That sea moss got a little something to it. That sea moss spiked, I guess.
Ooh-wee. Nigga, any nigga that yell ooh-wee in the middle of a motherfucking sentence is a cokehead.
Oh, facts.
That's that ooh-wee. All right,
yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on, brother, man. Look, real talk, you know, I'm not a malicious nigga, man. If he needs rehab, I sincerely hope that, you know, he gets that. If it's for other reasons, for him doing a little too much on the show or making niggas uncomfortable like D or whatever, then that's another story. But if he seriously do need rehab, man, all the best to that nigga, man. I don't know that nigga, so.
Hey, man, this is the best way to say it. Stick to weed, people. That's how I feel, man. And because we talking shit about a nigga with a coke habit, possibly, allegedly, but it's niggas on pills, it's niggas on lean, it's niggas on other hard shit that's gonna treat your body the same fucking way.
Yep.
So just be mindful of what y'all doing if y'all give a fuck. Some people don't give a fuck. Some people is literally got it in their mind, I'm gonna do this shit till I'm dead. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
I know a nigga that told me he gonna live by the pussy, die by the pussy, because he refused to wear rubbers. I know another nigga told me with his drug habit, he said, nigga, I'm smoking till I'm dead. And this was a cokehead, this was a crackhead, nigga. So I'm just saying, man, be mindful of what you up to if you give a fuck.
It's their life, man. I guess do what the fuck you want to do, right?
Just don't be a burden on other people. That to me, let's say I had an uncle who smoked crack, but he didn't bother nobody. Yeah. He was in the basement by the wash machine, in between the wash machine and some tidy whitey smoking crack. But he ain't come upstairs. He ain't fuck with nobody. He just, other than burning the house down, that's the only thing he possibly could have did. That's a cool crackhead. But one of them tap on your door with the little script already written and shit. You could damn near hear them you could damn near hear them reading the paper like, nephew. I know I told you last time that I wouldn't be coming to you again, but honestly, man, on Thursday I get a check from wait a minute, I used that on you last week. My liver is like nigga,
or like the nigga I ran into earlier that had no excuses. I was downtown, I'm walking back, I'm getting in the car. And this motherfucker walked across the street, was like, "Hey, brother, man, can I get a ride?" I'm like, "Nah, man, I got shit going on, man. I anywhere, take me anywhere."
Hey, you almost told the truth. What he really say?
Right.
Because you paused for a minute. That means he was like, "Man, give me a ride, man. I'll suck your dick." Right. You was like, I can't tell that part on 3G. You said take me or take you anywhere, nigga. Anywhere is right here, motherfucker. I'm not taking you nowhere. What are you talking about? All he was trying to tell you is whatever crime he just committed was in that direct location. He needed about 2 blocks a head start on whoever the fuck he just got over on, nigga.
Bruh. And he was looking behind him all types. Nigga, I ain't putting you in my motherfucking car. You crazy?
The nigga said, "Come on, man. I'll suck your dick."
I'll suck your dick.
Hey, GMS looked around
I got these cheeseburgers, man.
Hey, that nigga looked around real quick like, "Man, don't get in, man. How many?" You said down the block? You said a couple blocks?
You said anywhere,
Oh, that's fucked up. Hold on. Now that we own the crackhead bullshit, this was years ago, nigga. I'm at a Walmart. This nigga take off out of the Walmart. This is back when they had the dual VCR and DVD dual thing units. Yep, so that's how long ago this was. But that was a good new thing. That's about a $200-$300 thing back then. Yeah. This motherfucker hitting it out of Walmart with the shit on his shoulder. And he ghosted everybody who was after him. So in my mind, I'm saying, I don't know what he got, but whatever he got, he gonna want to get rid of real quick. So I followed him real quick. Caught him in the alley catching his breath. I was like, "Bro, whatever that is, how much you want for it?" I'm thinking it might be like a computer, like you got to buy computers in sections or some shit. I didn't know what it was.
You caught up to this nigga to get
Hell yeah, because I knew it was a lick. I was like, whatever he got is gonna be something. So no bullshit.
I'm take it off his hands right now,
bro. It was a $200 item. I gave him $30. He was trying to really finagle that 30. He didn't want. He like, "Hey nigga, 30, I could get." I said, "Look, bro. You can either keep walking with this motherfucker. Where you gonna hide it? You can't get on the bus. You can't. What the fuck you gonna do with it? Or you give me 30 and I'll drop you off somewhere." He was like, "Man, come on, man." He was mad at me like, "Man." But nigga, I'm helping you too, nigga. You know
that was the first offer. That nigga wasn't gonna get too much for that after that anyway.
Hey, I done been played too. I remember being a little kid. This hurt my heart. It might have been Corey, bitch ass. Let me tell you what happened.
Hey, he robbed them, but you robbed that nigga.
Let me tell you what happened when I was a little nigga, dog. I had maybe about $60, $60, $70. That's a lot of fucking money for a little kid. So I'm a young nigga with $60, but I'm leaving the fucking store or a mall or whatever, and this nigga come hit me with the fake jewelry. He had a fake chain, and he hitting it with the lighter, like real gold. If you hit the
hit you with the tricks.
He was trying to test it and shit. He blowing it in the wind like real gold don't blow in the wind.
Biting on it and shit.
He doing all kind of shit to prove to me it's real. Exactly. Man, that nigga got me out of $50, dog. I gave him 50 of that, dog, for that bullshit ass chain, dog. Damn. But in my mind, I'm thinking, even if it's fake, it looks so good, I can front with my $50 chain for a long time. That's not true. That was a weak ass chain. Because back then, you could buy them bitches by the rolls, nigga. You can go in the store, they'll roll you out a fucking herringbone, they'll roll you out whatever the fuck you want. They're like, how long you want it? I'm like, I don't know, down to my nuts. They like, all right, that'll be $13.45. Like, goddamn, to my nuts for $13. We'll throw a charm in that bitch.
Such a light-skinned nigga chain for some reason. That's my dad's favorite chain. My dad a light-skinned nigga. It's not really that apparent with me.
Your dad is Chinese, but keep going.
My dad was a herringbone. He had the thick herringbone chains.
Me too, but hold on, mind you, I had an expensive herringbone. I got a picture on my IG of my little son wearing it. When I had turned it into like one of them gold exchange places, I got $500 for it from one of them spots.
Off top, yeah.
So if they weigh it, they only give a fuck how much it weighs. So that just tell you how big that. Well, it was a gift though. Let me stop front. I didn't buy that shit. It was a nice ass gift. But eventually I had pawned that bitch because what you gonna do with a motherfucking a herringbone? So I'm just saying, back in the day, that shit was
out and twist and shit.
Actually, a real good one. Now that let me say this, and anybody know. The real good ones don't kink like that.
Really?
That's a fact. Now, obviously, you still ain't trying to sleep in a motherfucker, but I fell asleep in that bitch before. The real good ones don't kink like that. That's just the truth.
So don't be like pinching your neck and shit.
I mean, like I said, the ones that you can just fold like this and see all the grooves, nigga, that shit, that's not top shit. So let's just be honest. But going forward, I'm just saying, I got played with the street hustle. And I try to play the dope fiend, but I've had other dope fiends try to do little moves on me too. Now I'm gonna tell y'all this story, and I'm gonna move the fuck on. This bitch tried to get me, but she did get somebody else I know. She had some fake woos, so she'll ask you for some woo, like let me get 5 or whatever,
Yeah.
And you'll put them in her hand, and she act like she looking for her money. Then she like, damn. I left my money at the house here, and try to give you back your woo. But she giving you back some bullshit, and she keeping the real work.
The other shit, yeah.
But lucky for me, because she could have got me. Lucky for me, my work was a little more, had a little more brownish tint to it. Her shit was super, super white. So when she gave it back, I said, bitch, if you don't give me my dope, I'm gonna bust you in your shit, right? So she's no lie, she was a little nervous, like, I'm sorry, just don't, Kirk, they used to call me Kirk, I'm sorry, But I was like, this bitch really get motherfucker, so I left it alone. Then all of a sudden, another nigga I know, he got some bags out, and I'm like, oh, that bitch got you. Cause his shit looked like multiple colors in his motherfucking hand. I said, oh, that bitch got you. He like, what you talking about? Then when I brought it up, dog, he didn't want to admit it because he was embarrassed that he got. You know what I'm saying? So he kept, nigga, you probably switched it on me. Like, nigga, no, you hoe ass nigga. No, I didn't. But he was hurt because he know that bitch got her. She almost got me.
He drove away sad as hell playing Cuckoo Cow.
Nigga, nobody sad listening to Cuckoo, nigga. Let's not even go there. Ain't nobody sad listening to Cuckoo. Hey, but look, no bullshit. I'm just saying, I'm just speaking on the cleverness of street people. You know what I mean? It ain't just the hustlers and the scammers. These damn dope fiends is some clever motherfuckers, dog.
Thanks.
Anyways. You wanted to bring up, speaking of crackheads, you wanted to bring up Crunchy Black
Yeah,
allegedly.
Yeah. I got
Bring
done
that up
watching
real
this
quick.
video, man. Like it's crazy. It was crazy to watch now because after watching, the versus battle. Like we know a lot of shit. Like a lot of niggas in the industry will do what they need to do to get the bag, get the check, or whatever. They'll even go on stage with niggas they hate just to get the bag. You know what I'm saying? But like, Country Black stepped back from 3-6 Mafia, and when niggas do that from a group that's legendary and a group that can go out anytime and make money, it's a serious nigga. You really don't fuck with niggas. You know what I'm saying? That's how I felt. So to see them, do verses and shit, I was like, oh yeah, they back to camaraderie. They cool, whatever. But I just seen a clip of this nigga, breaking down, crying, talking about Lord Infamous and how he would say fuck 3-6, fuck Juicy, fuck DJ Paul just to bring Lord Infamous back and shit. I felt like it's some deeper shit. He was like, everybody want 3-6 to bring a motherfucking album back, make one more album, but why haven't they done it yet? He was like, because them niggas actually hate me. That's what he said. That's the only reason he said they ain't did it yet. He said they got all that, they can do this shit. Like, and honestly, I know they can. Juicy J knows enough producers to make some shit happen. And DJ Paul, he produced himself.
They don't need like no other producers.
That's what I mean.
All, they don't need no. But let me say this though. You just brought up Precise.
Yeah.
Now compare him to Crunchy Black or Flavor Flav or DMX.
Yeah.
There are certain personality types that is hard as, or Busy Bone. It's certain niggas that to the fans, people can like them for whatever reason. But to the group members, to the people that got to deal with these niggas, they like, it ain't worth the money. It ain't worth nothing that this nigga finna put me through to do that. You know what I'm saying?
So
now, go ahead.
That was another point too.
Okay.
As he was talking about this, and I'm sitting there like, man, that's fucked up. Like he doesn't feel this way because he felt like he was real close with Lord Infamous. But then he started talking about why he would be close. He said, man, if I pulled out a gun and start shooting, he gonna shoot too. If I had a problem, he got a problem too. He's like, matter of fact, he was like, me and Lord Infamous was about to fight Juicy and DJ Paul. And I was like, okay, it makes sense.
But bro,
y'all was the niggas that was causing a bunch of trouble in the group, and these niggas was the one that was focused on the bag. And then when it's time to make money, and you just looking to get the money, now you looking at them like, yeah, y'all niggas might as well make this album because they don't want to see me get paid. Nah, nigga, you been reckless than a motherfucker. You ain't got out that mentality.
You got to look at who's doing the talking.
Yeah,
it's okay, all right, and that don't mean there's ain't no truth to anything he said. But Lord Infamous also was a street nigga that got high like a motherfucker.
Yep.
I can only guess how that nigga used to be. You feel me? Same thing with C Murder and Master P. C Murder used to do so much shit that P was like, dog, that's my brother. I love him to death, but I can't be around this nigga.
Yeah.
Some people keep it real by not changing. And that don't necessarily mean you realer than nobody else. That just means you stuck in your mentality and your ways.
Well, like, as I was watching it, I wanted to make sure that I was getting the right perception because, if you let them talk long enough and if they emotional, they gonna say what they feel. And it's not that I don't think he was a loyal person. I just think some people don't get out of the mentality of the hood shit. The shit that he was bringing up as to why, Lord Infamous was his best friend. It was a bunch of nigga. If I'm ready to turn shit up, I'm ready to turn. If I'm ready to fight, if I'm ready to shoot, if I'm ready, he wasn't naming off a bunch of like good positive shit. It was just a nigga that was ready to get reckless like he was.
But to a hood nigga though, you got to understand, bro. That's why I said about mindset where you stuck at. Yeah. If you is a hood nigga and being a gangster is who you are, that's a great attribute to have niggas that'll ride with you, niggas that'll hide the body, niggas that won't tell, niggas that'll go to jail and keep their mouth shut and handle it like the code permits them to. See, that is a good thing if you a hood nigga though. But when niggas is trying to translate that into business, You say
yeah,
what?
Exactly. Not my bad. Keep going. You said if you in the business.
Yeah, so that's the difference. Now,
Yeah. Yep.
Crunchy got a point if y'all moving keys,
Right.
but y'all not moving keys at this point. So you got to make a choice.
So that's
Hey, let me
exactly
just
my
say
point.
real quick, Nell Cola funny for this. He said, "Happy Hanukkah, AP." That shit is funny. And and C. Brooks said Crunchy isn't Flav at all. Explain that. I want to see where your point was. And
Uh,
I also want to say this about DMX. I just watched a documentary about his last year before he passed.
mhm.
It could have been on Netflix. It could have been on something else. But I just watched a documentary. Y'all can love DMX all you want. He clearly was the same nigga he always been. I'm just gonna leave it
Yeah.
at that.
Yeah. And one thing I will say about DMX too, like regardless of the shit that he was going through, I seen people like when he died talking about, yeah, he should have got his flowers when he was alive. DMX is probably one of the only rappers besides ODB that people highly respected, even though they knew he was drugged the fuck out. And he always got his respect, not only from the fans, because of course the diehard fans gonna be there, but from his peers. His peers didn't give like they cared enough about him to be concerned about his problem, but they still always gave him his props as a top tier rapper his entire life. So he always got his flowers.
Hey, and used to tie his shoes for him and do all kind of little extra chores for him and shit when he was a kid. Cause he going hard for DMX right now. But
Hey, that's the truth though. They can't hide from the truth.
but let me say this right now. Yeah, thank you, G. That's exactly what I was getting at. It's not slander if it's the fucking truth.
Right.
Ain't nobody lied on you, nigga.
Yeah.
That nigga will go missing.
Yep.
He'll be in cities to do shit and literally nobody can find him. Nigga, tell me what that mean. But all right, what else we was gonna talk about, bro?
I see you had Elon Musk on this motherfucker.
Yeah, that's what I want to talk about. We can get right into that shit.
Yeah.
For y'all that don't know, Elon Musk is developing basically Star Trek on our motherfucking ass. Because other than SpaceX and him trying to go take people to space and go to Mars and set up colonies on Mars, he trying to do a hyperloop or some shit where you could travel underground, like damn near the speed of light. So where you can get from Cali to Chicago, Cali to New York in under an hour. Like super fast trains in suction tubes. So this is the way this motherfucker's thinking. But now he has the Neuralink chip. And everybody is talking about how the jab is the mark of the beast and shit like that. But there's so many other things that fit that so-called prophecy that we don't know what is what. But that Neuralink chip is a chip that they put in the heads of humans starting 2022 for human trial, where basically the chip is going to make it where you can communicate with computers or any electronical device with your fucking brain.
Yeah.
So your head is an automatic Bluetooth where you can send emails, texts, receive information, store information, communicate without opening your mouth because you got this motherfucking chip. It also is supposed to help people that have like paraplegics walk again and use limbs and other ailments that's in your neurological system. Is supposed to be able to correct it.
And goofy motherfuckers listen to that like, ooh, I can't wait to try that.
Man, let me play the video, or I'm gonna just let y'all hear what GMS sent me, because I don't want to share shit and the video come down.
Yeah.
But we're gonna go into this just for a second because Elon is on some other shit, and we're gonna talk about how we feel about all this shit real quick. But let me just pull
Elon
up the picture.
is an extraterrestrial, in my opinion. I may be wrong, but
we can talk about that. I know you be high and shit. We can talk about that. I just want to show what we dealing with. I don't even know where I'm at with that. All right, y'all know what this motherfucker look like, but let me play the video real quick. And it's another video that I was gonna play it, but I don't think I'm gonna play it. But I'll explain it to you. And that's of them supposedly putting a chip in a monkey, and supposedly the monkey knew what the fuck he was doing.
Neuralink's working well in monkeys, and we were also doing just a lot of testing and just confirming that it's very safe and reliable, and that the Neuralink device can be removed safely. People may have seen the demo that we published earlier this year, the video of a monkey playing the video game Pong telepathically using the Neuralink in its brain, and it's completely wireless, charges inductively. But basically, the monkey looks completely normal, and yet is playing a video game telepathically, which is, I think, quite profound. We will have. We hope to have this in our first humans, which will be people that have severe spinal cord injuries, like tetraplegics, quadriplegics, next year, pending FDA approval. And I should say our standards for implanting the device are substantially higher than what the FDA requires. Just as our standards for safety with Tesla are much higher than what the U.S. government requires. And I'll take a little more than 60 seconds.
Yes, I'm about to cut you off.
Because I think there's something that's I think pretty cool, and I do want to say that I'm very, emphasis on cautiously optimistic about this. I think we have a chance with Neuralink of being able to restore full body functionality to someone who has a spinal cord injury. Meaning, I think we have a chance, I emphasize a chance, of being able to allow someone who cannot walk or use their arms to be able to.
All right, look. I wasn't even listening, but we heard most of that shit.
Masking the shit behind people that have or who are paraplegic or who are paralyzed, trying to make it seem like something that's so positive. Nah, nigga, I know what the fuck going on there, man.
And that's what Aria said. She said, do people ever wonder, ask the question, how if it can react to your brain, what's to say it can't affect it back? Of course. But look, dig this shit, right? If y'all look on the screen here, for all my conspiracy theorists, what sign is the nigga throwing up?
Oh, yeah.
If y'all get into the 666 shit, you know what I'm saying? Or the Illuminati and all that other shit, which I don't got no problem bringing up. Signs and symbols, you know what I'm saying? Signs and symbols. But that's not important because this shit goes farther back than this motherfucker right here. Half of the things that we see in being developed, we can pull up a cartoon from the fucking 70s and 80s that show all this shit. So how long was this plan in motion, and was it inevitable to happen if we can go back as far as we want and still see all of this same shit? They knew what the fuck they was doing. Somebody brought up iRobot. That's a 20-year-old movie. We didn't even know who the fuck Elon Musk was when iRobot came out. And he not that much older than me, so that motherfucker probably was young as fuck watching that shit at the crib. Shout out to Joe Blast. He said, Merry Christmas, brothers. Hey, thank you for the super chat, my brother, as always.
We spend our early years, practicing and trying to build our skills, our motor skills, and our trying to be active, physically. It's crazy how backwards we have gone. Like, we enter this earth, we don't know how to really use our arms and legs. We got to learn how to do that, and then we have to learn how to work and all types of shit. You know what I'm saying? Really stay, active or whatever. Learn how to work. Now everything is gone to the point where everything is becoming more easier, and now they want to get you to the point where, hey, if you want to play a video game, you don't have to use your fucking hands. You can fucking just think about the shit,
bro. No bullshit. I'm going to post it on my IG later. So y'all can go to ep.53 player for life on IG. Me and my wife was at this Japanese restaurant this past weekend. They had robots bringing our food to the table. You hear me?
You said they did what?
They had robots bringing our food to the table and collecting the shit. They was dodging the waiters and shit. The motherfuckers was bumping into the motherfuckers.
They had the sensors and shit to where they could,
Bro, you could watching it go. You like, wow, like this motherfucker knew exactly what it was doing. It knew what table it was going to. It knew, like, it was interesting as fuck. So it bring because we at this Japanese spot where you cook your own shit right there on your table.
Yeah.
So they bring you your shit, like your meat or whatever. So the little robot come, you order it on a pad, and then the little robot come, you get it off the robot, like let the robot know you got it, and then it's off to the races, But that's just in food service. Mm-hmm. So what other things is going to be happening. Like RoboCop
test off they shit in little minor spots and shit so people can be like, oh, that shit's cool.
But it's not new. That technology has already been overseas for a long time.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, everything you can imagine, every movie that you saw, it's a reason why somebody wrote that shit in the motherfucking script.
Yeah, but I'm saying they got to start small. They can't have these robots showing up to your house dropping off Amazon deliveries yet.
They got them for that. But I mean, they're doing it. So, see, some communities sign off on trial things. Like
that's little by little.
People been chipped in other places for a long time where they do all their grocery shopping.
Of choice.
Say that again.
That's also the illusion of choice. Making
by saying
having people, we want to see that happen. Let's do the trial. They were already going to do that.
Hold on, let me ask you this question because copacetic arts brought it up. So do we want innovation or not? That go back to what you said. Some of those people that made the choice to allow themselves to be chipped and shopped that way, they might be for innovation. They might love the idea of all of these concepts. So what do you think about do we want innovation or not?
Of course, you have to evolve, but it comes a point where there's evolving and then there's wanting to take absolute control over society because you know that the population has outgrown your control. Now that you have a lot of people that push back on a lot of this type of shit, because a lot of people will try to be like, why aren't they talking about this? Why aren't they talking about this? They don't want to tell you this, but we have to understand there's a lot of people that say that. It isn't just a small group of people that see the fuck shit that's going on. There's a lot, but they need a bigger influence. And the only way they can do it now is blatant. Like, fuck it. We just gonna say what the fuck we finna do. And whoever's on board, they gonna get with it. And that's how it is. They're not really trying to hide the shit no more. It's not really hidden no more because they know that enough people are on this earth to speculate the shit and to talk about the shit.
I personally don't think it was ever hidden. The thing is, we thought it was too far-fetched to be possible. Because when you at home with a tape cassette, but you watching a movie where there's a robot, you can't even see that gap of happening. Yeah. When you at home with a block phone, ain't no fucking way you thinking there's gonna be a iPhone. You know what I'm saying? It's just too far in your mind, unreachable. Aboriginal said, at what point is enough enough? And I think that's where this shit is borderline and getting to. Because it's okay if you making these objects that we can turn off and on, or it can die from not being charged long enough. But when you making shit that don't die, or you making human beings merge with these motherfucking devices, that's too fucking far.
Like, we really headed towards like a iRobot type society.
That's you my fault. I'm sorry. I thought you.
No. I'm just saying where robots are just the part of society type shit. I mean, they already are technically with our iPhones. You know what I'm saying? The fucking the fucking self-driving cars. Like, we're already halfway there. We just don't have fucking robots that look like us walking up to our door, dropping shit off or delivering food or being our fucking Uber drivers yet. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you remember we did a video not too long ago where I said it's over, basically. All that trying to fight, trying to, have that spirit of, shit, y'all weak. Y'all just going along like the sheep.
Yeah,
Nigga, you don't got no choice, homie.
Right.
You don't got no motherfucking choice, nigga. Like,
do you think they give a fuck about you dying? Niggas be feeling noble, like, I'ma just die.
I'll be damn, nigga. I'll be damn then, nigga. I don't give a fuck, nigga. I'm gonna be the last nigga killed. If they killing niggas for not doing what they say, I'm in the back of the line. I'm gonna be still eating steak. I'm gonna be kicking it, getting my dick sucked, watching TV, having a drink until it's my fucking turn. Right, how about that, nigga? Right, but see, if we just band together and we could, nigga, band together and do what? We have
no.
Nigga, you ain't got to win, nigga. You don't have a win.
Yeah.
That's fucked up, but it's true. If somebody got to win, though, tell me. If I'm tripping, I even open the phones line up later. If somebody got to win, how all the people come together as one and say, fuck this shit. Tell me how that works. Not saying it can't happen. Let's assume and let's imagine that you get majority of the world saying, fuck this shit.
Yeah.
I'm tired of these motherfuckers. Let's do something about it. Now what? What's gonna happen?
I have no idea.
Nigga, it's a wrap. Nigga, they gonna unleash the Kraken on your ass. You like, y'all got a Kraken? These motherfuckers got a Kraken.
These niggas got a Kraken. I'm done.
Nigga, they gonna have a Pegasus go fly out a mountain on your ass, motherfucking Krakens. Nigga, the Loch Ness monster real nigga.
Like, I respect a lot of people that push back. I respect the people that push back, but at the same time, reality is reality, man. There's nothing that the general public can do to defend themselves from what niggas have the capacity to do to the masses.
Not in 2022. Maybe in 1970.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah. And even then, I wouldn't say that. Maybe in 1900.
They've been giving you shit little by little, like I've said. Like they've been testing people. Let's see how this goes. We got social media. Let's see how it goes when we start making things trend, or when we start putting things in the algorithm to show you certain shit to make everybody fall in. They're trying to show people that you can manipulate the masses, no matter how many free thinkers you have. Niggas have enough capacity to do that.
Hey, and said we sold out for $100 gift card.
To where?
I don't know. Maybe he didn't even talk about us, but that's funny because a lot of people did get gift cards to go and do what they were asked to do.
Yeah.
People took stipends. People took motherfucking money. People did all kind of shit. But people did all kind of shit. The point of the matter is, you don't got the choices you may assume you have. The people in power can force you.
Yeah.
They can. Or you die, which is fine. Like I said, I'm not mad at people saying, fuck that.
Yeah.
Kill me. I'm like, go ahead. I'm going to get killed too. Just not first, nigga. Go ahead.
That's what I'm saying. Ain't no reverse to it. Like, people, you can have a revolt if you want, but we don't have, we could even outnumber motherfuckers. We definitely don't have the firepower or the bread to take out multiple people at once, nigga. We gonna have to be fighting one after one after one after one, trying to it wouldn't work out for us.
Look, bro, they have weapons of war that aren't allowed to be used in warfare.
Yeah.
Because they come up with treaties and agreements that we cannot use this against each other in warfare. But these weapons they exist.
Yeah.
And I'm finna put y'all on some shit if y'all like to research. It's a weapon, I forgot the name of it, but it basically sends microwave waves at crowds of people. And it feel like it's cooking you from the inside. So if you out there in a mob, let's say 1 million motherfuckers got together to overthrow some shit, and they hit you niggas with some microwaves. Nigga, get the fuck out of here, nigga. Like, I don't know about you, but I seen what a microwave could do to a hot pocket. And I'm not trying to go there. You feel me? I'm not trying to get my pepperoni splattered on the motherfucking glass, my nigga. So
not trying to have my shit protruded out the back, nigga. Fuck
nigga,
that.
yo, one eye is starting to boil more than the other one because it's more lubricant. It got more lubrication. Nigga, get the fuck out of here, bro. But let me also put y'all on this game. Because I brought up how if there was going to be a fight, it should have been a fight in 1900.
Yeah.
Y'all that don't know, go look this shit up. It's a book called The Learned Elders of Zion. Henry Ford had a bunch of books printed out that was supposedly the minutes of a meeting of high-level Jewish Zionists supposedly had this meeting, and the minutes of the meeting, Henry Ford, who was beefing with them because these are the people that controlled the world banks. And Henry Ford obviously was a businessman trying to get loans and getting his business squeezed out by these banks. He, as an adversary of them, put out the books to try to show everybody what these motherfuckers is planning. Now, this in the early 1900s, Henry Ford, okay? I promise y'all, go listen to the book or read the book. Y'all will be like, holy shit. Lil Wayne is in the book. Now, mind you, it's not Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
But what they said they're going to do with entertainers, what they said they're going to do with media, what they said they're going to do with education, what they said they're going to do with all of this shit is in that book that's over 100 years old.
And please believe that what's happening now, if it's a plot, that shit wasn't just thought of and people just started doing it. That was a plan. People talked about the shit.
And
there were words put forth.
Let me give y'all some more game. The only reason it hasn't fully taken place yet is because you still have other people of power who don't quite agree with the other people of power. So there's some tug of war going on. China might not be so okay with what the African leaders want to do or what the European leaders want to do. And that's why they beefing.
That's what creates the Republicans and Democrats, all that shit.
They're all one.
Yeah,
I would say.
No, but I'm saying as far as like that the concept of the people that don't necessarily agree all the way with what it's they want the same shit. They want control. That's what the whole fucking point of this shit is, control, in my opinion.
I would
they want to
disagree
control
with you.
Something.
I wouldn't use them as an example. Let me tell you why. They are the same owner. They have the same owner. So that's like two managers having a difference of opinion, but ultimately they got to answer to the owner. But Russia is this owner of its own. China is an owner of its own. You know, Saudi Arabia is an owner of its own. So Democrat, Republican are just two workers in the same company. So their job is to keep all the people.
The same bird.
Yeah, their job is just to keep the people flustered. Because they all go to lunch after their meeting.
It's because it's a crazy realization when you understand that the concept of racism, like, of course, racist people exist, racism is real, but them using that as a way to help divide and conquer, when you start understanding that those people in those positions of power really don't give a fuck about race.
That's true.
And you realize that we, the people that are the general public that go around here, who are on social media, who contribute to talking about the shit that's going on, are the only people that care that much. Oh, you'll start thinking about shit way differently.
No. Unfortunately, this is how every group works. There's the people that need to know, and there's the people that's on a need to know. You know what I'm saying? Like, if me and you the boss or something, GMS, me and you is calling all the shots, coming up with all the game plans. If we got workers, They on a need to know basis.
Right.
We tell them what we need them to know. We hold some back. We play all the manipulation games with them to keep the power or keep our machine running.
Hold up. Let me say
Go
this,
ahead.
bro. And the reason I even say that is because I just posted a clip recently of this nigga Donald Trump sitting down with Candace Owens.
Okay.
Somebody who made an entire group of people believe that all the shit that was going on, the jab, all that shit was bad, and it was this and that, having people be anti this and that, sat up there talking about how good it was. Because for him, what he was talking about was just to appease whoever was fucking with him. He didn't give a fuck about none of that shit. He didn't give a fuck about none of the race shit. He didn't give a fuck about. He only wanted to cater to the people that fuck with him. And now that he's not in that position no more, the person that's in power, he's gonna say whatever is gonna keep the money rolling in. He's not gonna give a fuck about how y'all feel out here. You the motherfuckers that's anti this, anti that. It don't matter what side you on. He don't give a fuck. Had her sitting up there looking stupid.
And again, the people that understand the games that's being played, they tend to be the people that don't get hyper and all excited when they see all these political games being played.
Yep.
But then then the people that are excited look at them like, see, it's people like y'all that don't want to vote and don't want to do something. Y'all don't want to fight against these motherfuckers. And y'all, and I'm going to throw myself in there. We looking at you like, good luck, nigga. Like, fight, motherfucker.
Hey.
I know you fighting for nothing. You know what I'm saying? You can swing
now.
all you want. You know what I mean? You ain't going to hit shit.
For the first time ever in life, I feel foolish for how much I played into that Trump shit. All the race shit that was going on, all the back and forth, all the shit that was going on, me spending so much time trying to talk about this guy who was really just playing a role,
brother,
in my opinion.
You bringing up what we going to talk about at the end of the show.
Meagan.
I put in the topic, I put a godless world. Is that what I put?
Yep.
The reason I put that in there is because we're going to talk about religion. We're going to talk about the direction of the world is going. There was a time when religious beliefs and God, the concept of God, was necessary to control people. Mm-hmm. And that's why they push different religions, because not everybody some people is going to like the color blue. Some people going to like the color red. So I got to make both. I'm going to control both, but just because I know people are going to take more to Christianity, I got to have that and have that in control. Some people going to take to Islam. Some people going to take to Judaism or Hinduism. So, but the real hustle is I got all that shit.
Yeah.
So long before these new concepts of race and class and Republican, Democrat, and any other division, they already been running this same game. That's why that pyramid structure, it's been the same game. The people at the top need to be able to control everything underneath, or the system won't work. It honestly would be chaotic if there was no system. It'd be like The Walking Dead. It'd be, we'll just be going at each other for resources. You know what I'm saying? People don't want to work. People gonna want to rob you for it.
Well, on the concept of people, or I guess we could say the government not wanting to say things to people because they're afraid of like mass hysteria. Like, we know for a fact they're not going to tell you something if the world was about to end, or if a fucking meteor was about to come. They ain't going to tell you till right before the shit happens. They ain't going to want people going crazy over that shit.
And as you know, they know how it's the people that know and the people that's on the need to know. Let me play this little part. This is of, I'm going to probably throw this in the link later if y'all want to go to it. This is the 2022 Neuralink update. And he just bring up a point where they start talking about the robot shit. And I just want us to hear that real quick.
All right.
In a sense, through our connection with phones and computers, they have become an extension of ourselves in day-to-day life. But we still suffer from a very low bandwidth of communication. Through just our thumbs on a keyboard, we are at 20 words per second, increased to 60 now with the predictive text algorithms, but it's still not much by comparison to the rate of human speech, or especially to human thought. Elon's fear is that if the computer and the artificial intelligence grows in power and capability, but the bandwidth of our connection to that computer remains small, then the artificial intelligence will simply progress on without us. And that would be bad, because now the computer becomes the leader and the humans lose our place at the top of the intelligence pyramid on planet Earth.
Now, if y'all don't understand what they were saying, the idea of the computer chip or computers in general being programmed that they can continuously evolve. They can out-evolve human thought and human capability to the point where it can control us. Because now, instead of us telling the computer what to do, the computer can say, I now have the ability to alter their neurons, alter their brain waves and their thought process. I can control this human now. Now, mind y'all, when I brought up how old this shit is, how many of y'all remember Universal Soldier? The movie with Jean-Claude Van Damme, when they made him he was a dead soldier that they put a chip in, and he was living off of the fucking chip. That's a 30-something-year-old movie. So none of this shit is new. That's why Elon Musk, people talking about he a fucking alien. He's actually probably a dummy. And he probably don't know shit.
Hey, he said he had Asperger's, fam.
And ain't nigga, anybody with Asperger's.
Hey,
that's some shit that Corey would say on his show.
Hey,
Asperger's is something Corey would say he dug out of himself to clean his Twizzler. Go ahead, though, G.
Personally, I love niggas that got Asperger's. The first person I interacted with ever in life that had Asperger's, this nigga gave me, he gave me some fire ass bud and told me to just try it. He was like, nigga, I have this fucking really good ass bud, man. You can just, he pulled his jar out, gave it to me, man. Use what you need, man. Roll a blunt. I said, yo, I love Asperger's. Y'all niggas just, hey, I love y'all, man. And I'm an advocate for y'all. First impressions are everything. That's what that means.
And said y'all eat Asperger's.
Y'all,
that's none of your goddamn business, motherfucker. Hey, The Islamic said niggas. That's a Google. Facebook chat robots. They got shut down after they developed their own language. Let's keep it real. So hold on. Now, if you put all of this shit together, you put their capabilities of face recognition, what's they call that shit where they had a nigga come on the stage that be gone?
Huh.
Like Pac, if they do the Pac on the stage.
Oh, the
holographs.
Yeah,
they got all these different things. You put all this shit together, you can have a 3G's show when me and you wasn't even on the motherfucker. Yeah. They'll talk like us, look like us, make the same jokes, all that, have the same handsome nose, all that shit. They could do it without us being here. Have you robbing a bank, have you doing some nefarious shit. Let's put a button on this topic so we can move on, though.
Wait, can I one thing? Can I
Go
say
ahead.
one theory?
Go ahead,
One theory. It seems like humans have been doing a bad job at maintaining the lifespan of Earth. Robots could potentially form into the type of thing to sustain the Earth. Do you think that is a possibility where humans become now the dinosaurs, where we are eventually long down the line, however many years down the line, just become extinct, and now robots are pretty much the ones that are in complete control of the Earth? Because like you said, if we can sit up here and have holograms talk like us, move like us, nigga, they can continue on society doing entertainment, all types of shit. They can have the hologram performances. They can have the hologram podcast. They can have the hologram all that shit. And it'll just be a fucking simulated as really a real actual simulation. You know how niggas be like, we living in a simulation. Nah, we ain't yet. That will be the simulation like a motherfucker.
I think the Matrix is more possible than the robots running the world. I think you remember in the Matrix, they in these pods and they living out they mind, they living out their world by hooked up to the main computer. I think that's more possible where we log into this main computer, whether it be a chip and we Bluetoothing into it or whatever, but we living our life through no free will of our own, being completely controlled by computers.
Yeah.
I don't think that would change the fact that you human or these are human beings or not. I think it fuck around make us make better choices. Imagine if you put chips and bitches where they pick better boyfriends. That would fuck up. That would just change half of the community right there. If bitches could choose better boyfriends, or niggas will want to be dads, shit like that. You know what I mean? Like it's some chips. The chips might help me.
I just have a good feeling that there will be a lot less human life on Earth when computers take over.
I think that's the goal anyway.
Yeah.
Like we know about the Giza Guy stones.
Yeah.
I think that's what they call it. Not Giza. I'm sorry. I forgot the fucking name of them. But
I was looking at the pyramids of Giza the other day, so it sounded right.
Yeah, but it ain't. I don't think that's what it is. But they got these stones, and I think it's somewhere in Georgia that got different languages on them, and they're giving instructions to the future world. Because whoever erected this shit has it in their mind that we're about to fuck the world up so bad that whoever's left is gonna have these instructions, and they're in different languages. And in those instructions, they saying keep the world population under a certain number, because a part of the problem is the more people, and this is debatable. There's some people say there is enough resources for everybody, which is very possible. And it probably is very possible if people stop hoarding shit. But the fact that they won't, the fact that human nature has proven to us that there's always going to be people hoarding shit, that it's a more sustainable world if the numbers are low.
Right.
So all the mathematicians, all the scientists are saying that if we don't get a control on the population, that they give you all kind of things that's going to happen. So obviously the great thinkers of the world supposedly are all in agreement that it's too many motherfuckers. So they are going to get rid of niggas, whether it be through not being able to have kids or taking out people that's here, not letting people live to 80, people dying younger and younger in natural causes.
Yeah, depopulation started in the end of 2019, if y'all catch my drift.
The Georgia Guidestones. Thank you, Islamic.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, if I was in the power seat and I realized like I can't do nothing with this money, motherfuckers. I'm losing control. And not because I'm trying to have control because I want to make everybody do what I say. I want to keep this shit rolling. And if I don't keep this shit rolling by having some level of control, this shit gonna turn into complete chaos.
Yeah.
It's a movie I keep telling motherfuckers to watch called Snowpiercer. You ever see it?
What is that on?
It's on Netflix right now. It's called Snowpiercer. It's with dude that played Captain America. But it's a train. Now, mind you, it was a new ice age that happened to the world. But some dude developed a train. And that train is just going around the world 365 days a year. It gets a one loop all the way around the world. But everybody that's left in the world that didn't get froze to death is on this train. But even on this train, they had to have social classes. They had people that could afford the seats on the train. They in the front They live in lavish. They going to clubs. They doing all kind of shit. There's schools. There's food. There's all kind of shit. Then there's people in the back of the train who their sole purpose is to produce kids. Now, I ain't going to tell y'all why because I want y'all to watch it. But the people in the back, they was getting fed bug bars. Like rats and roaches was getting crumbed up into a fucking bar. But they got on the train free now. They didn't have their shit together when it was time to save the world. Yeah. So they were allowed on this train, but they were sectioned off to be basically breeders in the back. Now, I ain't going to tell y'all why they needed the kids. I want y'all to watch the movie Snowpiercer. It's good as a motherfucker.
Yeah, I'm going to check that out.
But it shows you the social classes and how important it is to have people in certain positions in life. It's fucked up to think about, but it shows you the logic behind it.
I think a lot of the reason why people feel like there shouldn't be certain people in positions of power is because everybody wants to feel important. Like there's a lot of people that want to feel important, but it's not that. And I'm not against people in positions of power. I'm against the people that are selfish in the positions of power, people that want to gain control in positions of power. People in positions of power are supposed to be for the people. They're supposed to, have the best interest for everybody, not just for themselves. But that's not what this country was built off of. So we don't have that. It's different.
Hey, this is interesting. I don't understand what you're saying, though. He says Snowpiercer is in the universe of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Yeah, I didn't understand that.
Bet you didn't know that. I don't know what you mean, though, bro.
If you remember the movie, what time?
Maybe he's trying to say whatever the artificial town and the artificial place was in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, it also was the town and place where all of that transpired. Maybe. It's like Gotham. Like if we call Gotham, but you telling me different stories about Gotham. Maybe that's
the same world.
That's what I think that's what he's saying. You get what I'm saying? Like Gotham is not a real place.
Right.
But let's I did one movie about the Gotham Chocolate Factory and I did one movie about a nigga who made a train in Gotham.
Oh, okay.
Nigga, you high, dog.
Yeah, no. I'm gathering the fact that it's in like the same universe.
And maybe they got the same writers. I don't know, but it's a good ass movie. So let's move the subject, even though it's kind of gonna fit a little bit. And y'all gonna see where I'm going with this shit. And what made me bring it up is Meagan Good was married to this fucking pastor dude.
Yeah.
And they're a young, nice looking couple. They was relationship goals for so many women. And so many people thought she waited for the perfect man and she got him. And he is just, yeah, exactly. He the super saver hoe nigga or whatever he is. So now I'm not going to talk about why they might be broken up. What I want to twist it into is how can a nice looking couple who have the love of the Lord and someone who is a man of God, who is a pastor and all this, how can the prayers, how can the lifestyle, how can the Bible and the scriptures, how can all of that not keep a relationship together? And my point is the failure of spirituality not working in people's everyday life is that what's causing so many people to get away from spirituality?
You want to know why I think people become preachers? It's because they, just like a lot of people who show up and sit out there in that audience to listen, they're running from something themselves.
Hold on. You got to repeat that.
Pastors, just like everybody else, running away from something. You hear them get passionate. You hear them preach about something. You hear them get in the. They are going something just like everybody else. We got to stop putting we got to stop looking at these niggas like Jesus. These niggas learning just like us. We got to stop thinking that these motherfuckers have the answers. They don't sway clearly. Pastors be out here fucking doing all types of shit. They are not exempt from human life and the problems that people go through, regardless of how many scriptures they read.
Now you was glitching a little bit, but I did catch what you were saying.
Well, yeah, I was basically just saying, look, pastors are just like everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
They just like everybody else. They go through shit.
But let me tell you why I disagree with you, or why I'm bringing this point up. Because they supposedly have the cheat code. They not like everybody else. If me and my wife go through shit with my heathen ass, it makes sense how our relationship can fold.
Man.
But when you have the Almighty, and He is supposed to be the center of that, and you telling me there weren't prayers done to keep them together? There wasn't prayers done to carry on their life together? Maybe
what about
have
the
children.
Prayers for the niggas that's not a pastor going through shit. Shouldn't those same prayers work the same exact ways they should for a fucking pastor?
But brother, when you dedicate yourself to something,
come on now.
When you dedicate yourself to something, what benefit is it if you're not getting that power that you're asking for? As a Christian, you going to God saying, I am weak as a man. I do not have the power to do things on my own. I am trusting in you, Lord, to do these things for me, or to bless my life in this way or that way, or to make me strong enough to do X, Y, Z. Okay? Why?
Pastor Eddie Long should have known better. Those prayers should have worked for him, but guess what? They didn't. This nigga's human. And he said
pastors read lies to people, and she finally found out. I think she knew that from jump. She married a nigga because he had power, influence, attractive. She got a nigga that other bitches wanted. That's the only reason why women want a nigga. Women want men that other bitches want. Period.
Yeah.
But let me do this shit from the player for life point of view real quick.
Okay.
So this just what somebody asked me, why, what you seeing in this situation, AP? I would say Meagan Good probably is a good-hearted girl, a little thottish, but who ain't? And she wanted to be finally out of the game. She tired of getting fucked on. She tired of all this. She finally wants to go and do what she thought she was ready for, which is settle down. This dude, whole image is based on his beliefs. For him to be getting pussy as a pastor of so many people, he gotta get a wife, or he's gonna be not an adulterer, but a fornicator. So he gotta lock a bitch down if he's gonna keep hustling the people, or he's risking himself for a scandal to get pussy. So he is better to marry than to burn. So he got him a bitch. But the problem is, bitches don't want to be Christians. Being a dedicated Christian woman is damn near slavery. Women do not want to adhere to the Bible and the tenets of what a woman should do and how they should behave. That shit is the worst life for a bitch, especially one in the modern world. So the scriptures do not have the power to make a bitch submit to it. And if you take note, all my players in the chat, how many women y'all know be faithful as fuck in the church until they get them a nigga? Now they don't quite want to get up on Sunday no more because they don't need Jesus no more. People go to religion and God to get back on their feet. We treat religion like we treat the fat bitch. We just want to get back on our feet and then we back out here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, niggas is talking about how her line of work, her career and shit. It's like, bro, do you know who this nigga's brother is? Who knows about this life? Nigga, that's what's that nigga name? Andre Lyon from the motherfucking from Empire.
Oh, they look just alike.
That's his brother.
They look alike.
He know all about the entertainment industry.
I didn't know
about
that.
this shit. He not shy from this shit.
Wow. Now that you said that, they look just the fuck alike. Ain't that some shit?
I'm telling you, these people don't read between the lines. He's good. He's a person that's going through a huge, and like my man said, he divorced her. So clearly it was some shit that he felt like, you know what, I can't be with this woman no more.
Well, let me show y'all something else, man, because I want to make this clear too. For any woman who might think that getting a guy that's love the Lord and all that shit is the way to go. Because for one, y'all get with him and y'all like, he too fucking square. This nigga, I'm trying to eat a goddamn Twinkie and this nigga want me to pray on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, bitches do not want to bless they hot flamings. You know what I'm saying? But hold on. Oops, I done fucked up. Hold on, fucked up. I just want to show y'all somebody who be getting these hoes. At least that's what he say. This nigga right here. This nigga right here. I have heard him say that women be calling his house, telling his wife that God told them that he was their husband. So he been saying bitches been on his bumper for years. This nigga right here, this chocolate pit bull in a red suit and a turtleneck, said that bitches be on his dick. And I believe him too. And it's probably some niggas on his dick too. But you now you go back to the other cat who got a little following, you know, got him a little bad actress. He got so much pussy coming his way. You can't make a relationship like that work. Even God can't make a relationship like that work. Now, for anybody who offended thinking that I'm bashing God, I'm not. I'm just trying to find out where's the power at.
Pastor,
where's the power of the Lord at? Because a lot of people go to God for whatever religion you claim, and they looking for power and help. But that power and help does not regulate your life much. And if it does, explain to me. I might be wrong.
Why do people think that our opinion is going to be judged by God about how we feel about pastors? Do y'all understand that we're not supposed to look at men as gods? That's common sense.
But are you catching? My fault. I didn't mean to cut you.
No. I'm just saying. That's pretty much all I'm saying.
Are you catching my point though? I'm not looking at these men and what they can and can't do.
Oh no, I'm not talking about you. I'm just saying like people that are scared of are having these opinions about.
Oh, okay. You know
what I'm saying?
Yeah, like
they scared to have these opinions. These are human beings. We cannot look at these people as guys. That's not the point. You know what I'm saying? Like we should be able to have these opinions. A lot of people are scared because of how we were taught, how we were conditioned growing up. A lot of people that grew up in the church, they can't say nothing about the pastor because a lot of these niggas, real life, look at these niggas like Jesus. That's not how it is.
The last shall be first called him the Pyru Kimbrough Slice. Damn, dog. Do I still got that picture up? No, hold on, dog. Damn, dog. You bogus as fuck.
Hey, he looked
dog called him the Pyru Kimbrough Slice.
Hey, he a gang banging hostess cupcake.
Damn, dog. That's how Faison Love gonna look a little when he get a little older and shit. And after he get the lap band and get a little older, that's how Faison gonna look. Damn, dog, y'all some fools for that. All right, but look, hear my question, GMS, and I want you to answer. Where is the power of God? Because I'm not talking about men that make mistakes.
Right.
Because I'm talking about you're supposed to be, you're supposed to be represented by that which you claim to give your life to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So why is that representation not coming through in these wholesome ways. Because think about it, it's
Like,
noble
they
for
be
a
working
man.
it out. You know what I mean? Like as far as in the eyes of God, because you a man of God, you the pastor. You guys, it shouldn't have came to the point of divorce. I thought that wasn't really an option. You know what I'm saying? Like something had to be bad enough.
What God put together, let no man
Yeah.
put asunder.
Hey, try to work through anything.
But these hoes, man.
He said,
Like,
I just can't stop fucking these hoes.
but why don't God put the desire, like, why don't he take the desire and take it out of you? You know what I'm saying? Now, I know what Bible thumpers will say. And that's why the Bible is it goes in circles. Because you go to God looking for help. You feel changed and renewed. And then those demons that you cast out, they go get they big brothers. And they come back even stronger with more motherfucking demons. You know what I'm saying? So now you even more fucked up. So my logic is, why go get saved now if I got to keep getting more demon attacks? How about I get saved at the very last minute like the niggas on the cross did? And that way I get to go to heaven like everybody else.
Yeah.
You feel me?
I don't know why though. You saying it don't work that way?
Let's not even talk about this.
What if it do work that way and we just don't know? We just been taught a different type of way.
Man, if you take the Bible word for word, ain't nobody going to fucking heaven. Nigga, in Revelations, in the last fucking chapter, it say the people that would be saved is not only the people that had a confession of Christ, that Christ is God or the Lord, also keep the commandments. So you don't just get to, Christians say, all you got to do is believe in the Lord and you forgiven of your sins. That ain't what fucking Revelation say.
Yeah.
Revelation say you have to have the testimony of God and keep the commandments.
And correct me if I'm wrong. In the commandments, they don't specify what thou shalt not kill means. They don't say thou shalt not kill humans. They just say thou shalt not kill. How many of us have stepped on a goddamn ant? It's over for us. We don't have the rules. I always said if God had intentions on people following instructions, he could have put that shit right in the moon in any language he wanted to, put the instructions right in the fucking moon. We all see it. We're all hellbound.
We all know what the fuck to do. That's like if I got kids at the house and I come home and I start whooping everybody ass because they didn't take out the trash, they didn't clean the bathroom, they didn't do their chores. I just start whooping ass. Now that's a hoe ass daddy. But if I left them a note, if I left them a note on the refrigerator that said, hey, y'all clean this, do that. Now, when I come home and I start whooping ass, I'm justified because y'all were instructed properly on what to do. But we wasn't given no fucking instructions. And if we were, he put a bunch of different instructions and different fucking names and, all kind of shit to make this confusion. So let me get to the final question of the show that we're going to just kind of go in on. And I'm going to open the phones up.
Go ahead.
Now that so many people have gotten away from some of these religions, even the people that still have belief, they all say, well, I'm not religious. I'm spiritual. But you still believe in the Jesus that was brought you, or the Allah, or, different deities that was given you. You still believe in that, regardless what the fuck you say you are. That's one group of people, but they don't really follow the tenets of what they say they believe. So even those people are without their true beliefs. Then you got people who just said, fuck all that shit. I probably would fall in that category because I don't know. And I don't pretend to know. And I'm not going to front like I have any idea what's what. Okay? That's where I'm at with it. So I'm away from the God shit. But is the world getting worse because we're not following these things? And my question, I'm trying to say, was it better when we was fooled by certain religions? Is it better if we all believe in Christ? Is it better if we all believe in Allah? You get what I'm saying? Is it better?
The thing is, I mean, what's bad about following something that's trying to create a more positive, more loving, more caring type world? It's just that we don't have that in us as human beings. People told us a story that's like, it's not that I don't believe in certain things. It's just a simple fact that, man, reality is reality, bro. We have been told a lot of shit. That being one of them. You know what I'm saying? The Bible. I don't know what to believe out of the Bible. All I can do is take it for what it is. I believe certain shit. I don't believe certain shit. But I know for one, when it comes down to it, when we leave this earth, and I have to answer to some higher being, I'm gonna want to know everything. I'm gonna want to know everything about everything. I want to know how shit started. I want to know why we here. I want to know why we die. I want to know why this. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause there's a lot of contradictions within the shit. You know what I'm saying?
Irene says the world is better now. Aboriginal says got to deal in reality. Now, see, Now me personally, I think it's good to deal in reality and deal with what we know and what we can prove and what we see. But I'm not a scientific guy either that I trust in machinery and I trust in those kind of things either. But some of my core values that make me a decent father or husband or friend or whatever actually came through religion.
Yeah.
So some of our what we supposed to do and not do and how we supposed to behave and not behave, a lot of that shit is rooted in religion.
Yeah.
And was those the good parts? I think some of that, a lot of that was the good parts.
Yeah, I'm not against that. I you know me, I'm peace and positivity, man. I want that to be, I want people to live by stuff that's positive. I want people to be able to, you know, live right. We need more people like that. But, you know, humans are humans, man. We can't, some people ain't built right. People ain't got some of the screws tightened up here. So, I mean, church is church and the Bible is the Bible. The word is the word. But once again, human experiences, man, we gotta stay grounded in reality. But I do encourage people to try to believe in a higher power, whatever it is. Nigga, make it up if you want to. I don't give a shit. But just know that we didn't get here by accident. This wasn't no accident.
Sin made a point that I was thinking about. She said, I think people always been breaking the so-called commandments, is just not hidden anymore. Now, this is what's crazy. I wasn't exactly thinking that, but what I was thinking of how fucked up it is that if there is a creator that also gave these rules in whatever book you choose, how did this motherfucker make humans to naturally want to go against his rules? And what I mean is, if a woman touch my leg and my dick get hard as a motherfucking math problem, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I didn't do shit. This bitch touched my leg, Lord. You know what I'm saying? Why is my dick raging hard? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm supposed to not be thinking about nobody but my wife or the Lord or whatever. So why is our natural human instincts go against so much of these Bibles or
Isn't
these
it crazy how you
religious
don't
books?
feel that? Like you don't feel like you want to do right, and then some things just literally kind of like, it's not even just necessarily it pulls you in. It's just,
bro, think about rage. When you enraged, you ain't thinking about shit. Nigga, you don't want to cast no spirit down and pray about it, nigga. You want blood, nigga. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, everything natural about humans, these books tell you, and some of them threaten you, that if you don't do this or do that, then you a fucked up person. And you mentally fucked up, because how many people try to live righteously and feel like they falling short, and they beat themselves up about the fact that they're not righteous. And they're only trying to live up to something they were given.
These are things that have been on my mind a lot more lately, and it's gonna sound crazy to some people, but for people that live in Minnesota, you understand. If you see what it looks like here right now on December 24th, 2022, you would think the world was about to like it's about to end. Cause like we don't have shit like the way that shit looks now, you kind of get the feeling like there's something going on. Like as far as like the earth and like the longevity of this motherfucker. Like we're not used to having dry Decembers. We're not used to not having snow on the ground in December, especially in the middle of December, right before Christmas type shit. And it's been happening for the past couple years. It's different. Like you start thinking about these conversations more. You start thinking about religion more. You start thinking about what's right. You start thinking about, you know, how you've been fucking up, or if you've been living by this, or what's real, what's not real, what's the truth, what's the lie, what was the story, what actually happened. Like, it's a lot of shit going on, man.
Hey, yo, man, what is this? That Ray Charles felt every time he grabbed one of them wrists. hey, but look, Irene said my religion is treat people like you want to be treated. Yeah. Let me say this too, because I'm finna go somewhere else. You know, I don't have real points that I stand on. I have questions, and I like to just open up conversation and let it go where it's gonna go. What if these religions and the different forms and different places in the world, they're giving you baby food? Mm-hmm. Meaning, I'm going to give this person Christianity, or I'm going to give this person whatever religion it is. I'm giving this to my children to build up some kind of foundation. But I want them to supersede it at some point. Some people won't have the ability, but at least we got them contained in some kind of belief. Now this will go into the Freemasons and their ideas about this kind of shit. Yeah. They don't believe in any of these books, but they believe they're necessary to build character in men. Okay. So when you come into a Masonic lodge, you can be any religion, and whatever religion you are, they swear you in under that book or that religion. But now they're basically saying, when you came to us, you were a Christian, but now we're going to take you to the next level of enlightenment. Right. And because you're one of the people that are wise enough to receive this new level of enlightenment, we're accepting you into this mystery school or this mystery system of learning. Okay. So now you're in the know. Remember, we said it's motherfuckers that are on a need to know. That's the people that can't get past Christianity, can't get past these books, because they can't think beyond what they were given. Then you got the next level of people saying, I see value, but this ain't it. So what's it? And then you keep, because that's what masonry is supposed to be, building the man. Because you're not building structures no more. You're supposed to be building men. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Now I'm just throwing shit out there, for people to think about. But that's what I believe truly. I think all these books was necessary. I think all of these, even education systems, if we didn't have no foundation to teach us how to think.
It built a structure in a way.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, we needed something to develop our minds enough to take it further. Okay. You feel me? And then the ones that are incapable of it, it also lets us know who's who.
And I agree with that. I just, personally got to a point where I'm starting to, live and think from a standpoint of, the day that, my time comes on this earth, that the way that I'm speaking, the way that I'm talking is in the form of, somewhat of like, these are the questions I'm going to have. Let's say if I die and I do come face to face with a higher power and I'm standing there getting judged. These are the things that I would say. These are the things that I would ask, because I don't know everything. So I speak from that standpoint. That's all. But I do believe that, of course, like I said, somebody who grew up in the church, I understand the structure of it all. We needed that as human life because, clearly people that don't have structure don't know what the fuck they doing out here, and people will do whatever the fuck. Who knows?
And
so we did need that structure.
We about to go deeper. Hazel Eyes said, my grandfather was a Mason. Those men are deep, or at least the ones I grew up watching move. So let me say this now. I was making jokes about where's the power of God and all that shit, right?
Yeah.
Maybe the true power of the world and universe that everybody is drawing our energy from comes in these different forms in these different ways. So the love, like the power ain't gonna come like, boom, nigga, stop fucking these hoes. Like, yes, Lord, I'm done. You know what I mean? Right. That shit ain't gonna come that way. But at some point in your life, when you need it the most, DMX said this in that documentary I was watching. He said, when you need it the most, God, that's when he always show up. Now, I think we all got moments in our life. We don't got to contribute it to God or attribute it to God. But I think there's been moments in all of our lives where something got us through that was not by coincidence.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think that there is some kind of thing there that your prayer might have just been necessary to get you to that next step. You know what I'm saying? And without you having any belief to even humble yourself to pray or humble yourself to ask a friend or confide in somebody, because all of these are actions of you trying to get help.
Yeah.
So I think that at some point we all got to fall on our face, so to speak, whether it's to a deity or to somebody or to just screaming out loud, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? But all those moments is when the true power is coming into your life. What you think about that?
Yeah, I mean,
get deep, nigga. Use the weed. Use the weed to enter into a deeper part of your brain where you can come up with these, concepts on the way the world works. GMS, let's go there.
So how do you want me to describe this? Like what in what way? What do you?
Hold on. I'm a. Let me read this super chat. Thank you for the $5.
I was just reading that.
How you say his name?
Rook Walker.
Rook Walker. Religion was meant to keep us from being wild and crazy. Now it's just a money grab. I kind of agree with that a lot. Because I do, again, it go back to needing a form of control just to keep people mind straight. Because even in a village, let's go deep into Africa real quick.
Yeah.
Even in a small village, there was spiritual men. And they were guiding the rest of the village. And they probably just was a regular nigga. But they were given the position to have the enlightenment. But he knew to keep everybody on the right track, keep everybody focused, keep everybody working for the betterment of the tribe. He had to just come out of his ass with some horse shit.
Well, like I said, I grew up in the church, so I've seen the people that have had real spiritual moments for themselves, and I've seen the people that have just been there just because they want to feel right about something, or they want to, stop feeling bad about what the fuck they doing. That's what I've seen.
And I understand that too. Shout out to yo, man. What is this with the $15, man? We appreciate that a lot. Thank you very much, bro.
And let me read this. Sim Brown says something that I've seen myself personally in my church, which is another reason why I do feel the way about church. She said, how do y'all feel about churches making people apologize to the congregation for mistakes? My church made a girl stand in front of the church when she got pregnant. The same thing happened to me at the church I grew up going to. And what's fucked up is, at the time, me being younger and watching this shit happen, you thinking to yourself, because how you grew up in church and how you kind of were taught, you were like, ooh, this person's bad as fuck. But then later on in life, you realize this person is in church apologizing to a congregation full of motherfuckers who are on bullshit right now.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa. How fucked up is that?
The hypocrisy in church is fucking, but it ain't just church. It's in every motherfucking establishment. Right. You know what I'm saying? But it's out of order to put people on blast for things that you might have done, would have done, could have done. I think that'd be hater shit though. Like let's say the pastor was looking at little mama like, I'll fuck the shit out of her. Now she mad because she done let a nigga knock her up, and now he like, Shaquana, stand up. Shaquana.
Also hate.
Shaquana. Now, I know the Lord is telling me there's something going on in this region. He all feeling on the bitch and shit. Something is going on in this region around your vagina. And I feel like the Lord is telling me that I need to rebuke.
The devil is all up in that region. Like I know it. I see it. I smell it.
You done been creeped up on, snuck up on by the devil because you done had a full armor of panties on, nigga. Like
the fucked up part about that is the pastor that is doing this most likely has kids. These pastors don't be out here putting their kids in front of the congregation to talk about the fucked up shit that they do.
Great point. They keep the families. Hey, they keep the family secrets real motherfucking close.
And when I tell you right now, this nigga was dealing with problems with his child, his son, and you sitting up here putting somebody else's child on blast in front of the congregation to apologize for some shit niggas in the audience, kids, doing right fucking now. You don't know about it. Talking about come as you are, do not judge thee and they and whatever the fuck. Get the fuck out my face.
Everybody always said the preacher kids was the worst motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man,
the worst motherfuckers. Shit. The first lady, the treasurer. I told y'all my pastor used to put them the pastor wife, she used to put them titties on niggas, man.
Bro,
she knew what the fuck she was doing, dog. I was a young nigga too, you know what I'm saying? She'll do that. She'll get in your ear, get the whispering in the spirit and shit. Shit about it, Oh, shit about it. I'm like, oh, bitch, you so fucking sexy.
Nigga was
hallelujah. And she think I'm getting the Holy Spirit with her and shit. My dick hard as a motherfucker. I'm like, yes, Lord. Hey, I paid tithes and shit. My trick ass in there next week, like got that 10, bitch. You know what I'm saying?
The first lady in the church. This was
ooh, shit.
Thank you, Jesus.
I stayed fucking up. Like I fucked up again. I need some prayer. I need some motherfucking prayer, baby.
I fucked up again.
What you said? She like, which ones? Hey, 1, 2, 3, 4, all the motherfuckers. I broke all that shit. And the pastor just sitting there like, oh, that's a good Christian brother right there. We're going to make him a minister one day. He love coming to get prayer. He got a heart to God. Matter of fact, young man, stay out there. I want to talk to you for a minute. I want to bring you to minister class. Because I feel like you got a heart to God.
You was the nigga that was postponing the end of the church. Every time the pastor was like, all right, I'm about to wrap it up. But
nigga, I turned straight Christian. Nigga, I turned Christian.
Gotta get to the prayer.
Oh,
I need prayer. Personal prayer.
I got a testimony. Yesterday,
I need a long prayer this week.
I'm high now. Look, you know. Nigga, my pants got tighter and tighter, bitch. I'm gonna show you this bulge, bitch. You gonna see this motherfucker. I'm gonna put the nuts to one side, the dick to the other side. I'm coming for my hug, bitch. Do a little hoe ass shit like sitting in the front with my legs open and shit, my balls to the
look at her, dead in her eyes too. Wait for her to look at you. Talk about some. She looking.
Drop the Bible and shit on the ground and shit.
I know you see me.
Hey, covering my dick up with the Bible and shit. Like, oh, shit hard as a motherfucker right now. They're like, stand up. Like, not now, Pastor.
Not right now.
Give me a couple seconds, Pastor. I'll stand up, I promise. I'll run around this motherfucker with you. Just give me a second. Sister such and such over there jiggling like a motherfucker. Every time her ass moving, she praising like a motherfucker.
It was sister such and such out there with the meat packs.
Nigga, I turned into a Christian, nigga. They was having a potluck. I'm like, what y'all want me to bring? my ass couldn't even cook. I'm a young nigga. I'm making Xanares. I'm bringing motherfucking Xanares, red beans, and rice every week, nigga. Like, oh, y'all like that, huh? Say less.
Nigga. My church used to have that shit all the time when they used to have we having a church block party. We gonna be outside the church in the parking lot. We gonna have glizzies on deck. It wasn't glizzy, it was hot dog. But we gonna have hot dogs on deck. We gonna have chips, Kool-Aid, and it always be sister such and such handing out the cookies and the chips and the glizzies, talking about some God bless you. God bless you.
God bless you. God bless you. And they don't never got no husband.
Never.
They got a fat old stupid ass that they try to put the shawl around it, or they try to tie up the wool jacket around their ass. Bitch, we see it.
And it'd be years later when your mama tell you that sister such and such used to talk about how cute you was and how you was this and that. You was like, what?
Listen, brother.
That could have been my first.
Listen, brother. Church is where it's at, ain't it?
Hey, man.
Church is where the fuck it's at.
Praise God.
Man, shout out to Roke again, Walker. He said, I grew up going to the church on 60th and Custer across from Westline. Oh, shout out to you, homie. So he a Milwaukee native, man. I used to go to a church it's in a medical building right on that's Capitol. I don't want to say too much because I ain't gonna lie. I do respect the pastor. He a cool dude. He believe what he believes, so I ain't gonna air him out too much. And he gonna know what I was thinking about his wife.
Yeah, the pastor game is like the police, man. Like, there's bad police out there, but the good ones, they try what they can.
I believe that man believed what he believed.
Yeah,
he worked hard. He wasn't living off of the church money. He worked a job. He wasn't like trying to live it all up in his personal life. I had a little more respect for him. But let me say this, though. We had a ghetto-ass church, though, too, now. Like, like I was saying, I ask you got to ask ghetto questions to a pastor when it's some ghetto shit. You got to be like, Pastor, my heart is heavy because I've been buying EBT action. and I feel like it's stealing. Like, am I stealing? Because I don't want to, hurt. I don't want to fuck up. I'm in heavy prayer right now trying to make sure this baby ain't mine. I don't want to fuck up my prayer because I'm still in EBT.
He said this baby ain't mine.
Oh, I ain't tell you why I got saved, huh? Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Hold on. I got saved twice.
You did?
Let me tell you.
You seem like the nigga that got to get saved twice.
I got saved twice. I probably got saved 30 times. But let me just, because I told you I kept going up there for my prayer.
Yeah.
They're like, who need to get saved? Take me to the king.
And this nigga was still fucking
I don't have much
up to that
to
altar
bring.
waiting for some titties to hit his face. He wasn't trying to get saved for shit.
Nigga, but hold on. Let me tell you, right? The first time, my guy took me to a revival, and it was literally, he said, bro, it's plenty hoes in that motherfucker.
Yeah.
So we got suited up and went to the motherfucker revival. But they had a evangelist there preaching his motherfucking ass off. Then he had hit me with some young man stand up. He hit me with one of them. But he was hitting shit on the head. So I'm like, God, is that you? You know what I'm saying? Because it was just too accurate. So I was like, fuck it. And I got saved that day. But mind you, I was on my way to jail or hell the way things was going on at that time. So I'm probably like 18 or 19. So then I started going to church. It was a lot of chicks there. I was liking to hear something new that I ain't never heard before. I like to be, it's good energy in church. Some good churches, good energy, good people, good females. It's a good place to hang out, really. So I started getting involved in the church, but I used to take the reading part
serious. Hang out, really.
I did, but I took the reading part serious though. I really started reading that motherfucker.
A few titties here and there, you know.
Knock a few. You know what I'm saying? Y'all acting like we not supposed to be doing this. Ain't nothing better than the pussy that you're not supposed to be doing. We shouldn't do this. You dry humping the shit out of her like I shouldn't. Then you slip the head in and you like I'm gonna pray for it later. Then you just start stroking that shit. I'll pray about it later. But look, anyways, you throwing me off, nigga. So then I did that probably about 6-7 months, but I didn't leave the streets alone. So I couldn't be a hypocrite in my mind. I'm like, fuck it. I'll get back to this Bible shit later, but I at least now had a new belief that I never had. I never believed in God up until that point. So then, maybe like 2 more years done gone by, and I was fed up with shit not working now. I was bringing bad mojo on myself. I really was. So I finally said, man, I need to get my life together because I'm going to die. I had a real feeling like I'm not going to live long. So then I went to church, another church. Guess who brought me there? Mm-hmm. A bitch. This bitch I know. She was like, you should just come. She was like, you should just come, blah, 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 blah. And I want to fuck her. So I went to the church and started hanging with them, but they had a younger congregation too. So I was like, this shit really cracking. Because this felt like a club. It felt like a hangout for people my age. So we started kicking it, and I was going faithfully then, but I was trying to be more of a believer. But let me tell you what really turned up the Jesus knob on me. Right when I thought I was trying to give myself to God, this chick that I barely fucking touched called me and said she was pregnant. I said the devil is a motherfucking lie.
The devil is a lie.
The devil is a motherfucking lie. And I got on my prayer. Oh, I was reading fucking Psalms before I brushed my teeth. I was fucking praying. I was going to Bible study. I was going to fucking everything. The Sunday school, Sunday prayer, nigga. I was in everything low key trying to say, Lord.
Prayer groups like, man.
If this baby don't make it, Lord, you have a soldier for life. If this girl fall down, if she go to Six Flags, Lord, and ride all the rides, and the baby just don't make it, Lord, I would be a soldier for your army for life. So I was in there really believing, like, man, I was putting all the prayer work. I had anointed oil. I had the Bible. I was reading. I was coming in the house, turning on the TV. I'm like, I'm about to read. You know what I'm saying? I was in my bag, nigga. And then what happened was, even in this time, y'all don't know this, but I got married young too. This all happened while I was with a girl since about 15. By 20, me and her was in the church together too, by the way. She not the one that brought me. So I already was on fuck shit while I was there. Then the pastor trying to pressure us to get married, because anybody who been in church know if you fucking, they were trying to rush you into marry whoever the fuck you fucking. So I had that going on, had a baby on the way, and I was on my prayer shit like a motherfucker. So when the baby turned out to be mine, I knew God wasn't real. I was like, motherfucker, all that shit I did, you know what I'm saying? I did too much. I said, I did all the shit that the book said do. You know what I'm saying? And the baby was mine. I was like, man, fuck this Jesus shit. I got to get some money. You know what I'm saying? And matter of fact, Twister got a verse in that Speed Not Mobster song, County of Crooks, I think. He say, I need a stack now. I repent for my sins later when I'm living greater. I felt that shit. I was like, nigga, you goddamn, I need a stack now. I'll repent for my sins later when I'm living greater. So my mind was like, fuck this Jesus shit. It don't work. The baby's mine. The nigga look just like me. Jesus, fuck you. You lying son of a bitch.
Nigga went rogue.
I was in there kicking shit down, nigga, kicking that bullshit ass plant they had down, nigga. All this shit coming down, the little banner, the little Jesus banner with the cross. It's some bullshit. One of them old bitches that made. I done tore all that shit up. Nigga, my Bible been a fucking paperweight ever since, nigga. I'm just holding my mail down. I stick all my mail in my fucking Bible now, nigga. I was mad as a bitch. You can't tell me shit about no goddamn Jesus no more.
That's wild.
I know it's wild, and I know people think I'm tripping, but it's fucking the truth, okay? And the truth shall set you free.
Yes.
I feel like if Jesus real though, he waiting on me to catch the fade though. I feel like he just walking back and forth. He like he got his hair half braided, like R. Kelly on I Wish video. I just feel like he just walking back and forth, like waiting to sweat me. Like, nigga, did you say you was gonna do this and do that? I'm like, I'm gonna do him like Kane did, dude, on Minister. I'm like, man, I don't even know what you. I'm gonna sneak this shit out of Jesus. Hey, that nigga gonna be on the other side of my punch. Like, you ain't think I knew you was gonna do that, nigga? I knew you before you was here. I knew you was gonna swing off on me, nigga.
I knew your plan before you stepped over me. I was just seeing if you was gonna try to do the shit with dumb ass.
Dumb ass nigga.
Wrong with you?
Man, y'all niggas ain't shit, man. Whew, shit, Rogue Walker. He said the pastor nephew had a birthday party when we was young at his mother bar, and all had to get prayed for the next day at church, and he didn't go. Ain't that some shit? Now, Thank you for the $5, by the way. But he's saying basically the pastor nephew used the pastors in them church that they own, bar that they own, already a contradiction. And they party hard. Everybody go back to church and get prayed for and all that. Get they little touchy feel on. And the pastor nephew didn't even show up.
Hey, man.
And Ron Brown said, so you really tried to abort the baby with a prayer? Yes, nigga. It could. Listen, my other plan, if you think that plan was fucked up, my other plan was way more fucked up. Okay? I put the Bible says the battle is not yours, it's the Lord's.
It's the Lord.
And I believe that shit. And I said, God, you didn't make me fuck that bitch. But I know with you, anything is possible. So I withdraw that spiritual seed that I planted, Lord. And I just ask you if you could. Nigga, my prayers was getting motherfucking poetic, nigga. I was getting raw with that shit about that fucking baby, nigga. Hey, shout out to my homie IVR for the $5 cash app. Thank you, brother. Absolutely. Thank you, bro. Yeah, man. Of course I'd use the power, man. It didn't fucking work either. Area said Jesus waiting to jump you in. That's even more funny. What if you had to get jumped in to be a Christian?
Nigga.
Imagine all that stomping motherfuckers be doing while they practicing stomping when the fucking Holy Ghost.
They do it the Kirk Franklin stomping shit.
Stomp.
Stomping the shit out of niggas.
Oh, they play. You got to get your ass whipped for the whole duration of that song.
Yeah,
they play that shit and stomp your ass the fuck out.
By the time they get to, I promise the stuff.
Unconscious. It ain't over.
It ain't over, nigga. Come on, man. It ain't over. It ain't over.
Oh shit, dog. Man, this shit is out of control, bro. Whoo, shit.
Where have we gone with this conversation?
Since the AP, I think everybody has cussed out God and immediately apologized. I be trying to be slick with God, like trying to play him a little bit and shit. And then it dawned on me, like, fuck, if this is a real situation, then he know I'm full of shit.
Right.
All right, fuck it then. Let me be honest now.
Right.
I don't like how you did this, God. You know what I mean? You could have did this shit a little differently.
I don't like how you did this, but I realized that there was a lesson in it because I'm still here.
Man, you can play that mumbo jumbo shit if you want to. Fuck that. That's out of order. Imagine me creating my children to go through fuck shit only so they could learn. Now, mind you, some shit we cause on ourselves, I have never blamed God for shit I caused on myself. I'm joking about the kid shit like that was God's fault.
Right.
I'm joking. It's funny, but I'm joking. But there's other things that you have no control over that happen to us. Mm-hmm. And that's what I'm talking about. Right. That gave me this bitterness towards all of this mumbo jumbo. And I told y'all on another show, racism itself frustrates me to think that a world can have that. And somebody can supposedly have all the power and allow some certain things.
Right.
Especially with so many believers supposedly praying. So it's annoying to think that slaves was praying, that people in Jim Crow was praying, people falsely in prison for years and years, for 20-something years. You know how many people been falsely in prison for 20 years? How many prayers was unanswered? I'm just saying, bro. It's shit that motherfuckers... Think of an ugly-ass motherfucker. Think of a motherfucker who can't get a bitch. Don't know what it's like to love a bitch, or hug a bitch, or kiss a bitch, or fuck a bitch. That's turmoil, nigga. Imagine a nigga who go through that.
There's been some Pastor Grand Wizards too, man. Come on.
Look, good point. But even in their family, I bet their prayers ain't getting answered.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
their daughter still end up with a big cobra dick black
that them
nigga.
Prayers work.
You said what?
They believe wholeheartedly that them prayers work.
Well, I think we exhausted this point because we didn't have a point. I just really want to talk shit.
We just bullshitting. We just talking, man. We just getting our points out. That's all.
Yeah, but we did 2 hours of it, and I was gonna open
a good convo, man. That was entertaining though.
Yeah. Hold on real quick. CL said, did you pay your tithes? They may be why God didn't answer you. That's funny too. But there was a moment where I was faithfully paying my tithes. And I paid what I thought was supposed to be paid. So yeah, I did that too. But let me give y'all some more game before we up out of here. Just for those who are believers or had a family that are believers. When you in churches like that, they tell you that they bring up certain scriptures like in Malachi, like would a man rob God and all this shit. And in that scripture, they're not even talking about believers not paying their tithes. They talking about the fucking priests of the Israelites giving bullshit tithes on the offering. They was giving like a limp lamb, like a lamb that was impure. They was giving that as an offering. They was giving a one-eyed goat as an offering. They was doing shiesty shit that they wasn't supposed to be doing. That verse ain't about you, Christian. That verse ain't telling you robbing God. That has nothing to do with anything, but they use it. Then they talk about, well, there wasn't no money in the Bible. So when people try to say the tithing was food, they say, well, they didn't have money back then. But if you go read Genesis, it says money 30 fucking times in Genesis. And they got every type of money that they talk about in detail of what it is, how much you're supposed to pay, when you're supposed to pay.
Yeah, it may not be your type of money, but they have some type of currency.
They even say the word money, by the way. But I'm just saying, let's talk about the currency. And then when they talk about that, it's very detailed. So the Israelites knew exactly what they were supposed to pay for and when. Whether it was atonement fee or all this shit, they knew it. So there's no doubt what is what. And your tithe was never supposed to be money. It was never supposed to be for a church. It was for Israelites to store up 10% of their fucking crops to sustain any other Israelite that didn't yield anything in the field. So they had food for the season. That's the only shit it was for.
Yeah.
And that's New Testament or Old Testament. Anybody can debate me on that if they choose. He said, my grandmother died in a car crash on her way to church, and I stopped believing in that stuff ever since. Thank you for another $5 super chat, brother, and especially to get that point out. I had a prayer about my father while he was towards the end. He couldn't talk. And I was praying to God that I could just communicate with him. And when you think you giving these noble prayers out, like this ain't a selfish prayer. I'm not praying for riches and wealth. I'm praying that I can speak with my Father while he in his last days.
Something you think is tangible.
And it should have been in my heart that if there is a power there, that power can allow me that. And how much more of a believer would I have been if that power showed itself?
Right. Right.
So you don't want me to be a believer. Because every opportunity that might have would have made it concrete for me, that's when I was left on my own to deal with shit. So then I realized the power is within each individual. Our belief in shit is what makes shit real. This is where the conclusion I came to. Yeah. What we believe in wholeheartedly, we make it real through that belief. And because we believe in something truly, it makes you act on it. That's why certain people say, well, I believed I was going to be the best rapper or whatever. Mm-hmm. He really believed it. That's why he put it all on the line. Some people say they believe, but their actions don't prove it. But when you truly believe, your actions show it. So I think real belief is what produces real results. That's I'm gonna leave it at that. You got anything you want to say, and we can end the show.
It's been a great show, man. Just if you haven't already, man, go subscribe to the GMS show, subscribe to the 3G's podcast, man. Fucking show love. That's it. Appreciate everybody that show love, send a super chat, all that shit, man. It was a dope show. It was great.
I agree, man. We went all over the place, had some fun. Thank y'all for showing up again. Sorry we missed last week. Thanks for the super chats, the cash apps, and we appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good night.
Peace.